Growing up, my dad was a doctor. He was just a family physician, and we lived in a small enough town where he actually did house calls, and like a lot of typical medical offices, he was on call a lot. And I got to thinking that I'm kind of like a doctor for design, because I'm on call a lot. I don't have a defined 8 to 5 job. I get calls from anywhere from early in the morning to super late at night, and a lot of times, I have to respond to emails and get things up on websites and change things at some really weird hours of the day and night. And so I think I'm kind of like a doctor of design.
One of the first things I tell anybody that I first meet, any potential client that I meet, is I try to be very upfront and let them know flat out that I am not a programmer, and that I am at heart a front-end designer, and that's what I do. But what I can provide to them is not limited to myself. Rather, I team up with people that know how to do the back-end programming, and we work well together. And so it's important to know when you're selling, it's important to know who you are, what you can do, but also it's important to know that your capabilities aren't always limited to just what you can do. It's only limited to what you think you can do, and also the relationships that you have with people.
It's that true entrepreneur story where someone loves to do something, and so they sort of turn their hobby into a full-time business. And so really, when it comes down to it, that doesn't really mean they build a business. They basically just have they own their own job, sort of thing. It actually talks about that book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. But what I want to do is I want to build an actual business, not own my own job. And so the sooner I'm able to sort of step away from production, the better, because I want to build a team of very skilled, very talented people that can do not only what I can do, but even beyond my skills, and so that I can focus on the business.
It's the afternoon. I just got out of a meeting with a potential client, and I think it went fairly well. They had one guy that was sort of trying to discover where I was on a technical level, and it made it kind of hard because as a designer, I only go so technical, and then I rely on other people to do what they do as developers. And so he may have been thinking that I was more of a developer type, because we started to speak a different language, and it was kind of funny because I wasn't quite sure how to answer some of his questions, and I felt kind of stupid. But I guess that's what it's about, is being good at what you can do and knowing who you can rely on to do the other part. Being able to sell yourself, being able to sell your product, your service, your consulting, your wisdom, whatever it is that you're selling, you've got to be good at that. If you're not good at that, then you're probably going to have a very difficult time building any kind of successful business. I love opportunities to go and to talk with potential clients, to tell them about what I can do, to tell them what I can do to help their business grow. But I also find it to be very educational, because every time I do it, I find myself, I have a text message, I find myself wishing I would have said something else or something different. And so what I'm trying to get to is, you've got to get out there and do it as much as you can. If you want to become good at selling, and you want to grow a business, and you want to grow a successful business, you've got to get out there in front of people and learn how to sell it. And when you believe in something, it makes it that much easier to do, because you're passionate about it. And when you're passionate about anything, it becomes very easy to sell.